Good morning, beautiful people. Good afternoon, good evening, no matter what time it is. Just know this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. As always, God is good and He is good all the time. Let me tell you something. All right. I'm going to be 100% transparent here. I've been following the basketball community a little over a year, in the sense that I started finding out about the YouTube basketballers, like I said, slightly over a year ago. Probably exactly a year. I don't remember the exact time, but I remember the first videos that I started watching were Nick Brizz's. And then it just moved along from there. I started finding out other people, Ball is Life, D Freaka, everybody else. And so, excuse me, I had no idea about SoLLuminati. I'm not a 2K person, at least not anymore. I used to be heavy on 2K when I was in the military, you know what I'm saying? My earlier 20s. I'm literally 29. I turned 30 in September. So it goes to show a lot has changed over the past, we'll say a minimum of about 8 years. But so I didn't know about any of these 2K basketball content creators, right? And so I found out about SoLLuminati, I want to say maybe a week or two ago, when I started to see this video circulating about like past beefs between SoLLuminati. And so that's how I become aware as to who he is. And I started to piece together, you know, what his content, you know, is made up of, and who he is, at least as a content creator. I'm gonna save my opinions for later because it'll be premature, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to make any judgments prematurely because, like I said, I just found out about this guy. But I came across these videos. It's been circulating the motherfucking YouTube algorithm, and it's about Adin Ross. Adin Ross annoys me. Now, he is one person that I knew existed somewhat in the YouTube content creator community. I wasn't really sure where he came from. Like, I obviously know he's not a basketball player at all. Not even a street ball player. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think the nigga is like motherfucking. He's definitely not JV, you know, material. I don't even know if the nigga modified material. He's so booty, you know. And but I noticed that a lot of his content is just it's gay. And when I say it's gay, it's like the gay that is annoying. You know what I'm saying? Where people like try to make jokes out of it, and they call each other, they say all this gay stuff to each other, but there's supposed to be like no sex there, there's no feelings there, there's no intimacy. Supposedly is friends just joking around. Another person that does that weirdo junk is Cam Wilder. And me personally, I've always felt that if you do that gay junk, you're gay. Because growing up, now I ain't gonna hold you. Growing up in the early 2000s, so I'll say from like 2003, two-ish to three, from when I was in middle school to high school, right? Girls used to say all types of gay stuff to each other. Like, oh, they call each other wifey, sit on each other's laps, play in each other's hair. And of course, double standards come in. People allow it because it's females. People look a little sideways if it's dudes, right? And I've noticed that females used to do that, you know, that gay stuff, but you can always tell who's really, really about that life, right? And I'm one of those females. I am married to a whole woman. I've been into women as long as I could remember, since the age of 5, okay? Always been into women. And dudes too, but women. And so when I see a female I like, you know what I'm saying, I flirt with her, whatever, call her my wife, sit on her lap, she sat on my lap, or it was all types of, we say little gay junks. And I knew what it was hitting for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that person or those people's hearts, you know what I'm saying? But my assumption is, they're gay, okay? Because the ones that wasn't really about that life, it didn't come so like fluid, natural, right? The people that it just come so fluid and natural, it's a like, You know what I'm saying? And then you got those people that are homophobic. So it comes out a little staggered. But you can always tell, even with these homophobic niggas that be really gay, it's just a facade. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people do this gay junk, say gay junk, and they want to chuck it up as a joke, nigga, ain't no joke. I've been there, done that. Almost 30 years old. Every female that I have done that to reciprocated and showed interest in me. And whether or not we connected, you know what I'm saying? The proof is in the pudding. These females connected with other females. Like, you're gay. So I'm not a fan at all of Adin. I don't like watching none of his stuff. I think it's boring. It's corny. I think you have to be like immature mentally to motherfucking follow his content. So I'm gonna let this play out. I got an appointment at 10:30, so I'm gonna have to leave a little bit, but let go.
Listen, you be so in the building. Goody so in the building. Sir. In the building. SoLLuminati, give me one.
Don't mind me, I'm eating my oatmeal. I gotta go to the gym today.
In the building, man.
This dude, SoLLuminati, gives me like flight vibes. Like, it's almost like they're the same person.
Guys, in the building.
He too old for that little bit of facial hair. Just growing like patches. I have more dreads than you got facial hair. All right, speak, dude.
Adin Ross, your time has come. There's no way out of this one. Your time has come. But first thing first was good with your young.
Another thing is kind of annoying, all right? This is 2022. It's obvious that the majority of these spaces that were male dominant are shared with females. Yet, majority content creators say things like boy, man, bro, all this like gender, like detailed classifications. And it's like, nigga, you do know that you have motherfucking people who watch your content, call themselves a supporter, a follower, subscriber, whatever, and they not a dude. Ignorant niggas, come on.
Hey, man. Whenever you see this hoodie, I am not a rapper hoodie. Murder so in the book. First thing first, this is not a diss video to Adin Ross. And the reason why I call him Adin is clear as day, he's bisexual, bi-curious, something. He like dick. But let me tell you this. First thing first, this is not a diss video to him at all. I'm about to explain something to y'all that y'all probably wasn't aware of. He probably not. He's a bot. One of the things that y'all have to understand, I think this nigga's probably top 5 streamers of all time. The shit that he's done on Twitch, I don't think people can top that. Especially with the rappers, the numbers he pulled, all that shit. The stuff that really don't matter to me, I'm acknowledging to y'all. I think he's, dude, you from the 2K community. I want to give credit where credit is due. I'm not one of these niggas that's hating on content. Like, bitch, what they gonna put your view count on your casket when you die? None of this shit matters.
I agree.
You get what I mean? Let's give credit where credit is due right now for Adin. He's been top 3, top 5 streamers for the past couple years. I don't know how long you've been doing this shit, but I heard you came from the 2K community. That alone, I got respect for you coming from the 2K community. I got a lot of respect from anybody that come from the same community that I come from, because y'all know we don't get no love or attention. 2K don't give a fuck about us. Right?
That's like the cannabis industry majority of the cannabis growers, cultivators and stuff, they don't get no love because they grow cannabis, which is federally illegal in the United States. Only, legal in certain states.
So let's put your career to the side. Let's talk about you as a person. And the reason why I'm dropping this video, dude, I'm sorry, I tapped in, I got me some nature, and they told me to get you up out the way. I'm about to acknowledge something that y'all probably knew, but y'all wasn't able to break down. Other YouTubers already know this shit too. They probably not able to explain it or break it down like me. So first thing first. All right, so listen. So Biden, I took my shirt off, not for your bi-curious fan base. Like, bro, control that shit. I'm hot as shit, I got this light on me. This is what I do. This is my natural habitat.
Nigga, don't nobody see nothing but tattoos. You ain't got no body. It's just a head, neck, and tattoos.
When I'm in the sun. Geyser. In the building. Now, first thing first. Biden, I want to expose your soul. I want to steal your energy. I want to get you up out the way in less than 7-10 minutes because you harmless. You a good guy. Like.
Is it?
You not a friend I would call if I'm in
4?
beef with somebody.
All right, we'll see.
You are harmless. You like a gay best friend to bitches. You know what I'm saying? You're Biden. The first thing I want to acknowledge, and I want to say this right now, I have no problem with the LGBTQ community at all. Man.
First off, when people lead with, I don't have a problem with so-and-so community, they do. That's the same junk racist white people say. I don't got a problem with black people. I got a black cousin. I got a black friend. I got a black coworker. That is the motherfreaking starter line to some straight BS. Let go.
I help y'all 24/7 on my spiritual channel. I got a whole.
I also want to put it out there because I know where this is going. He's gonna bring out his little rap sheet of all the things that he's done that he feel has been contributional to the LGBTQ community, right? And he's gonna be like, I'm an advocate for you guys because look, I'm not against you. I'm an advocate because look, I utilize my space to help y'all. You know who else says stuff like that? Assimilationists. Niggas know anything about history. Look up assimilationists. Abraham Lincoln was one of them. There were several other. Garrison was another one. You had these niggas that was in power, that were white people, during the time slavery existed, right? And you had those who were pro-slavery because it was benefiting the economy, right? And then, which at that time, because Abe Lincoln is, if you look at it currently, he's a Democrat. But back in that time, he wasn't viewed as a Democrat. Democrats back then were today's modern time Republicans. So back then, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican, however, very democratic background. However, this nigga, as well as his other Republican buddies, these niggas, I'm gonna call them Republican, but these niggas, they motherfreaking was like, yo, the Republicans is like, well, at that time, Democrats, the Republicans is like, yo, we motherfreaking think slavery is beneficial because of economy, it's helping my wealth. And as we see, several families, tiny amount, but several families generationally has been set for hundreds of years, okay? And a lot of it has to do with the fact that they profited off of cotton. And then you had the people, the assimilationists, the Abraham Lincolns, the modern day Democrats, but back then Republicans. You had them saying, well, no, I'm against slavery. It's not because it's inhumane, but because slavery is detrimental to the economy. Because think about it. One, these people, they cannot be treated as such because if they continue to be oppressed, they're going to fight back and they're going to want to come after us, right? At this point in time, we're outnumbered. And you gotta think about it. It ain't like it's now where the government is bigger than back then, but it's still small compared to us. You know what I'm saying? Like currently, there's about 370 million people living in the United States of America. During colonial American times, it was barely a couple thousand, a couple of tens of thousands in the entire colony. You know what I'm saying? So things were weird. Yet they was like, even with that little bitty people, not as many people they got now, even with that little bitty people, they was like, we got to get rid of these motherfucking slaves. We got to get rid of these Negroes because they're not going to stay enslaved forever. And when they get out, they're going to want things and they're going to want to emerge into our institutions and get into our spaces that we have not made room for. And so let's buy up this little plot in Sierra Leone, Africa, and send all the Negroes there once we abolish slavery. Simulationist. You're not for the black people because you ended slavery. You know what I'm saying? Because your intentions behind it is not genuine. And it's the same thing here, my nigga. You can't sit here and be like, I'm an LGBTQ advocate because I post stuff and I use my space for y'all. Nigga, you're not a friend of ours.
Channel dedicated to helping people and to helping y'all. I don't care about that extra shit that they got going on.
Yeah, you do.
I feel like y'all deserve y'all own fucking planet or something.
And that's exactly why. We deserve our own motherfucking planet. We deserve our own motherfucking planet. You know who else said something similar like that? Motherfucking Abraham Lincoln, when he said, let's send back all the free slaves to Sierra Leone. Get them out of the United States so we don't have to deal with them.
Now remember, all gay people is not a part of the LGBTQ community. All gays and bisexuals, that's a community. Just like Black Lives Matter. All black niggas is not a part of Black Lives Matter, bro. Who's out here telling y'all to get vaccines and go riot and protest and break into stores. Bro, that's a group that's made by these fucking demons. That has nothing to do with us. I want to say this off the rip right now. I have no problem at all with anybody that don't like the same sex as me, etc. I don't care. It don't faze me. It don't bother me. Simple.
You do.
With that being said,
You want to put so much energy into trying to convince people otherwise. But let go.
Thing I want to talk about you, Biden. Number one, the people around you. If you came out and actually said that you was gay, how many of these niggas that be fucking with you on your streams and all this extra shit would still be there? If you came out and said that you was gay, you know you would grow crazy. You would get so much love and new.
Because fronting is praised nowadays. You can front to be everything. You can front to be rich. You got niggas driving around in motherfucking rentals and leased vehicles, accumulating debt that they really cannot afford just so they could put on this facade. That's all the real life is now. It's virtual. It's a virtual facade.
Fans, but all these niggas around you will leave. How do you think they feel? You like a predator. You faking like you gay. Oh, I want to get reactions.
Why do you want to be around somebody even if they're faking? I want to say, like, if you're not gay, that's not you. Why be around it? For clout? I mean, if you are going to a gay nigga show and be emasculated, you know what I'm saying? Just for views and clout and notoriety, nigga, you will suck a motherfucking penis for views, clout, and notoriety. You not about to sit here and lie to me like all these niggas hanging out with Adin Ross don't be out here sucking penis behind closed doors. Behind closed doors. Down Low Brothers has been in existence forever. They're the main ones arguing with females and degrading females. Bitch this, hoe this. Every time you hear them refer to a female as bitch a hoe, do you refer to your mama as a bitch a hoe? But every other female is a bitch a hoe? Come on. You penis sucking nigga.
Uncomfortable. Shit is not funny.
Excuse my language because that ain't my thing. However, please know where I'm coming from.
It's not. It's funny to little squeakers and kids who jack off and this shit. These is little children. They're childs. But for grown.
They're children, not childs. You don't pluralize child, except with adding a ren at the end. Not an S. Ren. Children, not childs.
Oh, men out here. Dude, you are literally emasculating men. You are a perfect plant. You are a perfect seeded plant to destroy men. You got all these niggas with their fingers wrapped around. Bro, listen. These hoes got their fingers wrapped around y'all. Y'all wrapped around these hoes' fingers. They got y'all on the leash. I was just talking about, I just dropped a fucking video about why is all these weird ass Twitch niggas doing all these E-dates, but I don't see none of the hoes doing E-dates for us. We got all these niggas in the group trying to get with a bitch that's known for sucking dick. But I don't see none of these girls coming in the group trying to get with a nigga. Why is these niggas on Twitch are like, bro, listen. If you around Adin long enough, 9 times out of 10.
Females don't do a lot of the weird stuff that dudes do. You got dudes that literally dress up in female garb, female clothing, put on wigs, makeup, and all that jazz. But then to sit here, clown women like it's comedy, and then as soon as you call them out for cross-dressing for comedy, I ain't gay. I've been saying this for years. Y'all niggas suspect, and y'all cry about the fact that females aren't putting up with y'all garbage. Like, this ain't the 1950s where women was just out here getting with dudes just for the heck of it because society is set up to where you need a dude. You can't open up your own bank account. You can't motherfucking buy your own house. You know, you can't rent out properties. You can't open up your own business because you need some dude. Okay? Because we literally had laws that prohibited women from having anything. Wives were viewed as property, just like children. Wives and children were viewed as equal. Once upon a time. We still hold these, societally, we still hold these crooked, broken, thought processes. However, it doesn't reflect on paper. Okay? You have women for years dating and marrying down low niggas, having kids by them. And then the justification, oh no, that dude can't be gay. He's married. He got kids. Y'all do know how society works. Niggas will do anything to put on a facade. Because at the end of the day, masculinity and homosexuality, society can't let it mix. And now y'all crying because y'all out here single. Women ain't dating y'all down low niggas anymore. They figure, if I'm gonna get me a feminine nigga, I might as well get with a woman. Do like me, marry a woman, I'm telling you. I'm not about to waste my life being with no dude who gets on my nerves because he acts like a woman. And I'm not talking, because I don't think that there are certain things that belong to women and men. Like, I don't think masculinity belongs to solely men. Just like I don't think being feminine or a nurturer solely belongs to a woman. Men are capable of being both masculine and feminine. Men are capable of being nurturing and caretaker, you know what I'm saying? And providers. The same thing with women. But when you got broken-minded niggas trying to process information, and it seems like the only people that get put into positions of power and get put on platforms are these brainless niggas that don't know nothing but their crippled, tiny, idiosyncratic motherfucking experiences that's tailored to just them solely. And a lot of these niggas' experiences are so limited because a lot of these niggas haven't even left the hometowns that they were raised in. I felt when I got out of the Marine Corps at 22 years old and I was getting around other 22-year-olds, I couldn't believe how simple these niggas is. I'm like, bro, I'm glad I got out and got to live and see life and engage with other people and expand my horizons. Because some of y'all niggas are so closed-minded, so crippled-minded. It is hurt.
You gonna become bi-curious. You gonna start saying shit that you didn't normally say. You gonna start being acceptable for shit that you was never acceptable.
Birds of the same feather flocks together.
If you're a viewer and you watching this right now, how many people you seen on Twitch? You used to watch them all the time, but now they like be saying gay shit and stuff. They like different now. You get what I mean? How many people you know? Be honest, nigga. How many people you know on Twitch who just be like vulnerable and victim to this nigga shit? Biden, you like a predator, bro. I'm dead ass, bro. Like I'm trying to tell you what you are because you faking it so you can get away with this shit. But these people out here get bullied, killed for being really gay. You trolling them. You get what I mean? And I'm just talking about the people around you right now. If you've been around him long enough, 9 times out of 10, you acceptable for shit that you not acceptable for. In reality, you just think, oh, he's faking it. What I'm trying to tell y'all is this. Let me chill for you.
What is his concern? Is your concern that he's faking and he's influencing younger generations? Or do you just want, or your issue is just because he's faking and you want him to come out? Like, I don't know. I just feel like if you're so set in yourself, why the fuck you care about what another nigga doing, you know? What is your purpose of bringing this forward?
If you somebody that hang around Adin and you are a man, right? I want you to look me in my eyes and tell me this.
Do-rag on sideways.
Him, right? If your son came around you and around the house while you was chilling with your girl or your bros, and your son said, hey dad, I'm about to go suck the shit that he be saying, you would beat his little ass.
Why do he have to be around people? So is the issue the differences of accepting this, whether you're in front of people or not? Because when these people aren't around their homies, they just eat it up. They're susceptible to it. But then you allude to the fact that, well, if they're around, you know, their partners, you know, whether it's their homies, their wife, mama, daddy, kinfolk, you feel like, oh, there would be a need to react. That's some homophobic type of junk. If you cool with it in one environment, why not be cool with it in another? That gives me, you know, that gay vibe where dudes be hanging out in glory holes, getting their penis sucked behind, you know, in bathrooms and stuff. But then once they leave these bathrooms and these glory holes, then they go back to acting like, yeah, I'm a real man. I hate hate homosexuals. It's homosexuality. I'm a real man. All the while getting their penis sucked in, you know, in bathrooms from glory holes by men. Because glory holes ain't got what to do with women.
It's not okay, is it? If your son came around you.
If it's not okay in one aspect, it's not okay in another. It's not okay or not okay depending on the situation. Y'all wavering, teetering the fence niggas. I can't.
And you was just chilling by yourself or with your bros, with your girl, and he said the shit that he be saying, he's on punishment, ain't he? It's all type of red flags, ain't it? So why the fuck is it okay for you to fake like you fuck with this nigga and be around him because he bringing you all this music attention? Remember, he collabed with so many music artists. So he's the perfect nigga to collab with to get attention for your streams. These industry niggas is no different than OnlyFans thoughts that want attention and likes for they OnlyFans. I'm trying to tell y'all this.
I agree there.
This motherfucker right here, if you hang around him and your son came around you saying the shit that he be saying, would it be okay? No. So
I agree there.
Why the fuck is it okay when he say it to you?
I agree.
Oh, you all acceptable for it now. Bro, these bitches don't want... Bro, listen. I don't...
Why we gotta be B words, though? That's exactly... And I bet money this SoLLuminati nigga ain't got no female. No female. If anything, he get the one night stands. And where he getting them from? The women that he call hoes. Because at the end of the day, niggas like you only attract hoes, which are women who just want you for your money. They'll give you sex, but they don't want no relationship with your raggedy tail. Why? Because you're raggedy. You're disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I got a brother that act like that. I used to tell this nigga all the time, how you treat your mama and your sisters is how you'll treat your woman. If you sit here, yell up at your mama, talk harsh to your mama, you come out here and try to get some chick, some females, they catch on to that, because I'm one of them type of females. Man, I catch on to that junk quick. I could smell a deadbeat 50 miles away. That sense so and motherfucker strong. That's why y'all niggas single and out here struggling and think every woman is the same and ain't worth shiznit and all this other junk. Because you raggedy. Fix you and then everything else will fall into place.
Ain't no nigga gonna call him if he in a fight. They're not gonna call this man.
I won't call you either.
You're not gonna call him if you got beef. You're not gonna call him if you what are you gonna only call him if it's on getting on Twitch. That's it. Or it's something that has to do with live stream.
There's a lot of you niggas on YouTube that I would never call for a fight because y'all are facade niggas. Facade niggas.
He's useless. Like my nigga, Biden, let this shit sink in. You are emasculating a whole youth of young niggas, bro. They look up to you. And you trying to teach them to be hoes. You got these niggas out here talking to us like our bots be talking to us. Nigga, only a bitch supposed to tell me what she want to do to me. You get what I mean? I know you doing it for attention. I know you be getting the views. I know it's taking your soul. You know, you swimming in the clout. You feel me? You right. Listen. But while you doing that, how many young niggas you think you turn into hoes? How many young niggas you think is now vicarious? They like boys. They be saying all type of feminine stuff.
Influence only goes so far. Okay. We, for centuries, have had heterosexual visualizations pushed in our face, whether it was on television, whether it's in the relationships that we've seen face to face. When you go to church, you're always preached heterosexuality. Yet, this world is filled with homos. So clearly, that the influences out here ain't that motherfucking strong. I was raised in a very strict, religious Christian household. Relationships is between Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Blah, 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 blah. It was beat over my head so many times to the point where I hated my life. Because I'm like, Lord, if this is how it's supposed to be, why the freak I come out like this? Am I doomed from the get? And I come out to find it's not. No, because everybody has sin. It's just certain sins get zoomed on by certain niggas. Because at the end of the day, niggas like to motherfucking zoom in on something that somebody else doing instead of paying attention to what the freak they doing. You want to pull the stick out of somebody else's eye to help them see, but nigga, you blind because you got two big old tree stumps sitting in your own eyeballs. Pull them out of your own eye before you try to help me see. You can't even see. This is the world we live in, y'all. Influence, it plays a role to some degree, but at the end of the day, if you're not with it, you're not with it. I was influenced, I had alcohol and drugs around me pretty much my adult life, especially from the military current. But I wasn't out here just engaging in everything because it was around me. Like, come on. If you know who you are and whose you are, and you confident in who you are and whose you are, nigga, you ain't about to waver. The niggas that waver is the ones with identity issues because you don't know who you are. Let go.
I think it's normal because of you. But when it's time for them to get a girl, how a fucking girl gonna be submissive to a fucking feminine?
First off, y'all love to throw out the submission thing, and y'all fail to realize, because y'all pull that jump from the Bible. Y'all pull submission from the Bible. The Bible says, wives, submit yourselves unto your husbands. And then later in that same chapter, it says, and husbands, love your wife as you love yourself. If you loved yourself and wouldn't oppress yourself and put all these restraints and limitations and, and want to control yourself, then you shouldn't do it to your wife. Women ain't supposed to just be out here submitting to any old raggedy nigga coming up in their face. Women are supposed to submit to whom? The husband. Quote that scripture right, you bumblucker.
Y'all wonder why these hoes so masculine now. They want men. Like, bro, I told you, most of these girls just want you.
Females more masculine, but you built like a 12-year-old child, like a 12-year-old female, but is your build feminine? Like, come on. What the freak is this masculine, feminine? This nigga brain is just as weak and crippled as the rest of these niggas, but we'll continue.
So money, they using toys. They ain't even using real dicks. They don't want to fuck with you niggas.
Because they don't want to deal with y'all raggediness.
They want your money.
Most of y'all don't even have any money. Out of 370 million people that live in the United States, less than 5% of them are wealthy. Majority of this population, the majority of the U.S., not even just the U.S., the majority of the world's population is poor. What money you bringing to the table? I know so many women out here who are baby mamas to some broke niggas. Women ain't out here chasing money. They ain't out here chasing money. They want love, but then when they don't meet love, they reciprocate what the freak they get. And then you want to call it masculine energy. Call it what you want. Stop motherfreaking sending out that bad negative energy and you won't get at your back.
These is the type of hoes they put on pedestals for us to worship. The last thing I'm gonna say about you, Biden, and then I'm out. I will never talk about you again.
Lie.
From this point forward, please stop preying on men. You are a predator, bro. You are a fucking dude. I ain't gonna call you a pedophile for men. You something. Stop preying on men. Stop doing sus moments. Saying
He said a pedophile for men.
Don't you know why you blew up? It's because all these men, all these little kids want to see you say some gay shit and see the rapper's reaction. I'm not taking away from what you do, but what you known for, bro, is the reactions, the gay shit, bro. I'm just being honest. Ask anybody, ask your bros. That's temporary around you.
I don't know. A lot of these rappers are gay. Y'all overlook a lot of the gay junk that these niggas say in their songs. And a lot of y'all idols are Jay-Z, motherfucker Tupac, that fat nigga Biggie. Most of these niggas gay. Down lows.
Anyway, that's all I gotta say about Biden. You get what I mean? You.
These rappers could come onto Adin's show and deal with stuff like that because at the end of the day, in the industry, that's what they doing to them to begin with. You could literally look on YouTube and find videos all over the place of actors or old actors, singers, artists, all types of people who said to get into these spaces, they had to sleep with people. I mean, there was a whole thing of T.I. and his wife, and they was preying on people, having sex with them, all types of wild junk just to get motherfucking somewhere in their career. These niggas could come on Adin's show and do that junk because they already been desensitized to it before they even got to this nigga show.
Your role is clear as day, simple. Use a bot so you don't really realize it. But I see it. Look at your comments. People want the old you back. They want the sus Adin. They don't want you to be regular, bro. You get what I mean? 9 times out of 10, your girl don't respect you as a man, bro. I hope you know this. 9 times out of 10, your girl got balls. She's the nigga in a relationship. Because you're not masculine at all. Anyway.
I really want to know what his definition of masculine, like, what is it? Because niggas love to throw out that blanket word, masculinity.
I just wanted to break him down in a different point of view. I still think he's top 5 streamers of all time. I don't think nobody fucking with him when it comes to his content and what they be doing on Twitch. But him as a person, you destroying people, bruh. Your time has come. Biden. Anyway, take care of yourself, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe if you're new. And I'm out, bruh.
I just want to end with some of the stuff he said was legit. However, some of it is just, it's poorly carried out, you know what I'm saying? And I understand a lot of it is coming from his own, biases and all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, this is a part of his content. Stirring up strife is a part of his content. So it makes sense. However, I don't know, you got to check yourself before you try to call out other people for being gay. Because some of your tendencies, homie, you not too far from Adin. You just not out here openly saying sus stuff. We don't know what the freak you were doing. And then I kind of agree, which you guys will see in the next video, because he did post another one. And I watched like the first 2 minutes of it and I was like, oh, I'm going to save this for a reaction. But he did call him out for some gay junk that he did in the past. Whether you want to, try to justify it and be like, well, it's okay because you were younger at the time, that's beside the point. It's the fact that it happened. You did some gay junk, right? Did you see influences out there? Like you said, these times were what? The early to mid 2000s, 2007, 8, 9. And you're doing gay junk, putting your penis and balls on your cousin's head and all this other. That junk is gay, and you sitting here passing judgment on somebody for saying some gay junk in their adult life. Nigga, we don't know what the freak you do behind the scenes, and for all we know, you still putting your nuts on people's heads. You know what I'm saying? So, Like I said, I think SoLLuminati, whatever this dude, I just think he doing this strife, you know, because this is content. He's stirring up strife because this is content. But at the end of the day, all y'all need to stop that soul sellout junk for clout and views and money and all this other stuff. Because like you said, so you can't take none of this junk with you when you dead, so it's all worthless. Can't take none of it with you. So even your pride. I'm out. Peace.